Divinity. Oh, that's an interesting style. Divinity Original Sin, if anyone has played that. It's a, I can't even pull it up. I don't know where my Steam is. It's a rather popular RTS where you kind of go around an arena. You have to strategize where you like place your characters. Are they behind boulders? Are they like, you know, are they ranged? Are they melee? Do they have to travel? Do they have like the correct resource, whatever? It seems to be a bit more like that. Maybe not to the 100% of that kind of style, but essentially you get put into a massive arena. Your characters are on one side, the enemies on the other side, and you have to use your moves and your attacks effectively, get cover and whatnot. They honestly, if they do pull this off, this could be an incredibly good game in my opinion. There's no real other game like this. You can see because they're like the game is tile based essentially, and so the characters are moving in square tiles and whatnot, and going towards certain positions. You're going to use certain attacks in certain tile lengths and widths and whatnot. Okay, characters look kind of clean. Oh my days. Characters look kind of clean. They look a lot better than I was expecting. I'll be honest. This guy looks fucking dope. I now wish I could read Korean. I don't want to watch his whole stream, but if you want to watch all of this gameplay from Archeland, this is Chaotix on Chaotix channel. Is that the pull animation? Doesn't matter. Oh, it is coming to PC, so that's kind of that's one thing that might excite me to play this game, is that it's gonna have its own PC launcher. Incredible. A Korean game usually have interesting character design. They're a bit more. What's the word? Like when they just think of the idea, they don't really try to refine it to a point of like, you know, being like logical or whatever. They just chuck it in. Like this character, like what the fuck is she? Like she's wolf pelt, oni mask, long hair, braided bandages, knives, shorts. It's like, alright, what the fuck's happening here? And it looks fucking incredible in my opinion. Oh my god, it's Auto Apocalypse. Oh, Auto Apocalypse. She looks great. They usually also go over the top Korean designs, to be quite frank. That's like another feature. Point in case, this guy. Massive plated, massive cape, massive armor, massive guy. Usually goes over the top, right? No, this guy is the most shitty man. Look at him. Small but big armor. Then don't do that. Be big and be big armor. If you're small, wear small armor. But his name's probably fucking King Arthur or some shit. A child. There's always got to be one. Ooh. A fully... Oh, if that... Okay, here's the thing. There's one thing very impressive about this design. If this is like an SSR character, I don't know what the ratings for the game are. Actually, no, it says right here, SSR character. Do you know why this is an impressive design? You have to be so confident in your character design that you're selling this character based on purely how they look and not really their face or like their chance of appeal through a personality. Unless obviously they probably have a personality. That's what I'm not going to say they don't have a personality. But usually you look at a character's face and you're like, oh, I like that character's face, and then everything else looks nice. They're like, nah, we don't need a face with this character. We just need a helmet and armor. That's confidence right there. Because you won't see, like, in gacha games, many characters that cover the face. Usually every character in Genshin, there's no face mask. The closest one is Kuki. You know, in Honkai, no one covers their face. In Eversol, nobody covers their face. So it's like, it's pretty ballsy to have a face covered in a gacha game. Unless obviously you can then take off the mask. What if the helmet is the face? A Dullahan. You're talking about a Dullahan. Calpus covers his face. Calpus isn't playable character. He looks cool. She looks out there. She looks very out there. He looks out there. Oh my! Is this not the definition of like an Anubian god? Anubian? Is that the right word? I think it's Anubian. Anubian god of like It's kind of like is it like a Fate character? No, Sinbad from the Magical Library, Maggie. It gives me Sinbad vibes. Is that not a good comparison there? That's the vibe I'm getting from this. Is Sinbad. This kind of like fucking dope fucking boss ass character. Isn't it Egyptic? I don't. A Nubian Egyptic? I'm not quite sure what the right term is. But both of them may be accurate, I'm not sure. But he kind of looks like, yeah, like a Sinbad. Apparently they collab with Yoko Shimomura. I have no idea who that is. For this guy, maybe. Hopefully. And then a child. Next one, come on. Oh, hello. That was a nice animation. It's a her? Oh, my apologies. Oh, very simple green-haired lady. Looks very nice. Simple... Oh, no, these are now the SRs. Okay. Okay, well, now we'll go back to some gameplay. The characters look fucking great, I'll be honest with you. Obviously, it's going to be a stage progressor like this. I don't think there was much to be assumed. There's obviously day login stuff for Korea, whatever's. And now... Yeah, here's the tile gameplay that yes, okay, I could get into this game. I wasn't a massive fan of Divinity, because that's a lot harder, but I could get behind this. So every character is on a tile board. Every character's on a board. And you can move a certain amount of units, you can shoot a certain amount of units, depending on what your character's role is. So she can jump over because she's a rogue. Interesting enough. And then she can attack within a certain range. Oh, I could get into this game. I could get into this game. Depends how it's done. About the game. It's again the same thing. VIP protections, escape missions. To make things more interesting, various obstacles are placed on the map, and you have more tactical stuff. So it's kind of explaining the gameplay flow. The characters also have different classes. There are 6 release tank, tank, warrior, mage, priest, assassin, and ranger. Elements: fire, water, lightning, darkness, light, and nothingness. So before even starting the battle, you have to clearly decide what characters you want to use. Examples of other tactical RPGs. So if you've ever played Fire Emblem, it's going to be similar. Final Fantasy Tactics. They should also probably include the Divinity series. Divinity Original Sin and whatnot. That's a very good example. Escort system. In case of escort system that allows the characters to automatically react to what's happening on the battlefield, especially during enemy's turn. For example, some tanks have the ability to jump in front of their allies that are under attack and take damage instead of them. Sounds great. So, like, quick fire events, essentially, almost, if you will. Caliper Universe, Tactical RPG. It's frequently asked question. Let's this one. Is Archeland a main or side type of game? Definitely a main game. While there are a lot of quality of life systems placed in this game, like sweeping in some modes like dungeons, for stages you already cleared, or auto-repeat system in other modes where you farm stuff, the game at its core is a tactical RPG, which means that you'll have to think a lot during battles. Okay. How long does it take to finish dailies? It takes around 20 to 25 minutes to finish dailies, and also get rid of the stamina that gathered overnight. That's pretty, it's pretty egregious amount of time, but it depends on how you can speed that up over time, because, well, every single game's dailies take a long time when you're starting off, right? That's just how it is. Now, if after, like, let's say, 2 weeks of playing and it gets smoothed out, maybe even 4 weeks, a month or so, does it speed up because I know exactly what I'm doing, I know exactly where to go, how to do it? Or is it always going to be 20 to 25 minutes because that's just how time works? Who knows? What is the pity like? Well, first is the classic character banner, and they'll rate to pull the highest rarity. SSR is 2%. While the pity set only 90 pulls on a rate up banner, you will get a random SSR instead of a rate up one, similar to how Tower Fantasy does it. Still, when you reach the pity for the second time, you will 100% get the rate up character, also similar to the counter side. If you, for example, did 80 pulls on a banner before it ended, you will start with 80 pity count on the new banner that replaced it. Yeah, pretty like it's Genshin's pity. It's pretty standard. Then there's also the equipment banner, which has 3% rates for SSR, but no pity at all. Still, SSR equipment is farmable in-game, so the banner is targeted towards whales who want to get an early advantage. Okay, that's great. Honestly, so far, that sounds great. How important are dupes? Not that important. If you pull an SSR character, it starts at rank 3. To increase the rank, you have to use shards of the same character, while you can get them by pulling, again, as a dupe will be broken down into shards. You can also farm SSR shards in-game. It's a direct copy of the Langrisser system. Sounds alright. The max rank right now is set at 9, and increasing it makes the unique passive of the character stronger, and on top of giving small boost to stats. Sounds great. Is the game pay to win? The prices are actually reasonable. That's what they all say. That's what they all say. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable. That's what they all say. Battle Pass is $9 and it gives a lot of materials, item dupes, and pulls. We'll create a guide for spenders soon. $9 where? $9 American, $9 European, $9 French, Bulgarian, Singaporean? $9 where? Probably American, to be quite frank with you. Do you need to reroll? Rerolling in Archeland is a bit hard, as it takes around 20 to 25 minutes to do one run. Since this is a tactical RPG, the tutorials are pretty extensive, and you can't skip them. Also, once you finish the tutorial, you'll be getting a chance to pull on a newbie that guarantees you one of 3 SSR. Sighard, Nola, or Lisa, and all of them are pretty decent, so even if you hate rerolling, you will have a good start. One of these ones. Nobody likes these ones. Is there PvP? Yes, it's pretty fun. You can play mind games with your opponent who battle you in real time. Still, when the game will launch, only automatic PvP will be made available, and RTA will be released a few months later. Okay. What are the other modes there are? You have a classic campaign, obviously, but on top of that, there are other events that come with their own story and maps to challenge dungeons, bosses, battles, guilds, guild wars, and already mentioned PvP. Is there a PC client? Yes, an official PC client is available, and you can even apply a patch that translates the game into English. Check here for more details. There you go. There you go. It sounds pretty good on paper for a few things. It even claims to be a main game. Here's the thing. If it's your main game, you're obviously going to be putting a lot more time into it. So if you've read this thingy, if you read this and then you go play the game, you can't really be mad that the game takes a while. But if you didn't and then it takes a while, yeah, fair enough. Knowing that it claims that it wants to be a main game, and then it also takes a bit of time to do your dailies. 20 minutes is it's large, but it's not incredible. It's alright, 20 minutes a day for your main game. I'm fine with that personally. Pity wise, it sounds great. It's the Genshin Impact system. 90 pulls. The first 90 is the first SSR, sorry, is 50-50, and then the second one is guaranteed to be the raid up, and it's 90 pulls for pity. It's essentially Genshin Impact. It's fine. And then the weapon banner, although you can do it and get the weapon faster, you don't have to, as it is farmable. So it's like fair enough. Duplicates aren't important, as you can farm them out, but if you do get duplicates, it's just the more the merrier. Is it pay to win? They'll release a spender's guide soon enough, so whatever. And then do you need to reroll? I have honestly never understood rerolling in gacha games, so I don't fucking know. Is there PvP? Yes. Are there other game modes? Yes. And is there a PC client? Yes. It kind of ticks all the boxes that I kind of want. Now, the last box that needs to be clicked is that, will I fucking struggle to play this game from Australia? That's the last box that needs to be ticked for me, is this going to be a fucking miserable game to play? Is ping going to be like a massive problem? Or will I not want to kill myself? Let's find out.